my love for pop music was always in me. It was just not something I could execute where I was from.
I mean, even Taylor Swift's not even country anymore.
There was one time I was at work. I used to work at a concert venue, and I got a random Snapchat and I opened it, and it was literally some guys next to a Bud Light can.
Ooh.
Ruined my whole
They're probably
shift.
thinking, in the history of mankind, has ever, like, unsolicited pick, like, oh man, that's a great, like, let's go. I've never heard that happening.
Men, boys, people with penises, please do not send dick pics.
Online dating for guys only works if you're like, you have to be fucking top of the top good looking. If you take really good care of yourself, you can get 15 years out of it.
I love a simp.
No, you're simp.
I love it.
I guarantee you're
love
bullshit.
it.
I guarantee you're lying.
Even the alpha changed simp for me. Simps only. Sometimes a guy can be so nice, so great, so simpy, and still not the right one. You might as well just be nice and simpy, and if you don't get picked, like, someone's going to pick you.
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Zach Evans. First of all, thank you to all of our listeners. We've been getting a ton of engagement and new followers over the last couple months and had some clips blow up, so we got to thank you guys for this. We got a special guest for you today. Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, tell everybody what you do, where you're from, and your star sign.
Hey, I'm Ceranda. I'm from Texas originally, but I live in LA now. And yeah, what was the other one?
What do you do?
What do I do? I'm a pop star.
Let's go.
Yeah.
In the building.
In the building, yes.
And
love
then
pop music.
what's your star sign?
My star sign is Capricorn.
Ooh.
What? What do you have to say?
I love Capricorns. They're very fun.
Yeah, I agree.
They're like a roller coaster. It's like toxic, fun, you know?
Damn, what's your experience with the Cappy?
Let's just say it was like a roller coaster, you know?
Yeah.
But toxic is in right now. So it's all good.
I mean. Sure.
How is it? We'll put a pin in that because I want to ask you about your music stuff first, but we'll
Cool.
come back to the toxic relationship.
How
was your music journey?
My
You started
music
off in
journey?
Texas?
Yeah, I started off in Texas. Obviously, the vibe there is very country, so I was doing that. Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, Miranda Lambert, those are my queens. And I kind of just felt like I grew out of it as I moved from my small town to bigger cities. So I lived in San Antonio for college and then Austin for 2 years before moving here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going to say your style doesn't seem country to me in terms of the couple of things I listen to.
Yeah. And like, obviously, again, growing up, it's kind of the vibe. And it hits different, I think, when you're surrounded by that atmosphere. But yeah, it just didn't feel like me anymore. I always did cheerleading growing up and dance. So I think that my love for pop music was always in me. It was just not something I could execute where I was from.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even Taylor Swift's not even country anymore. I mean, she's straight pop. Carrie Underwood's like country pop, kind of a blend, but like they're all kind of moving to this like even like hip hop's getting synergized. Like everything's kind of moving to like the singularity of music, I feel like.
Yeah, it's really cool. I feel like electronic elements of music have really spanned throughout genres, and that's really cool. But yeah, and so yeah, even in the people that I was replicating and doing covers of and listening to, they still have a huge like pop. They're not like super backwoods country or anything. So yeah, and I grew up playing with my dad. He was my guitar player growing up and really introduced me to music at a young age. So I feel like for him it was country was the vibe. He wasn't trying to play any like Ariana Grande or stuff like that. So
yeah, I lived in Nashville for 2 years. And it was the same thing. It was like they're like, oh no, Nashville now, it has everything. Pop, country. I'm like, yeah, but kind of country.
Yeah.
Country songwriting, it does have a decent amount of like pop songwriting.
Is heavy there. Oh my gosh. But I do feel like it's a different kind of writing. Yeah, I went to Nashville a couple of times before moving to LA, and I was pretty set on living there at one point. But the vibes just made me feel like I couldn't be myself. And I think that's what pop music gave me the freedom to, is just like, I don't have to worry about pissing off any like conservative, label executive that doesn't want me wearing a certain thing or moving my body a certain way. And that was definitely something I experienced in the industry, which deferred me away from that energy.
That's surprising because I feel like maybe not in country. I just feel like every time I see a music video, it's always like, okay, super hot girl wearing not that much, you know, looking sexy. Like it seems to be, I thought that was just cross genre now, or is it still, there's a stigma on it?
I do still think there is a stigma. And again, this was like 2017 to 2019. So I feel like even since then, it's grown and changed. And
maybe in Texas, it's more.
Yeah, honestly, it was both. It was both places that I felt that way. And so, you know, with pop music, I just feel like I have so much freedom to be like my true self, where country just not the same.
I do love like the storytelling and the very like down to earth. Like country does have that just kind of like lyricism 100%. That's like very just like, that's what I would just say to my bro. You know what I mean? It feels like something you just say to your bro. But too much like twanginess.
Yeah, it has a home feeling for me. Obviously, like again, it hits different when you're surrounded by tractors. Like my grandfather and uncle are still commercial farmers, so I've experienced that anytime I go home. And another thing about country writing I always loved is the cleverness. I do feel like the lyricists are very clever in taking a catchy phrase or something that people say often and putting it into a song.
Sometimes I think it's clever and sometimes it's like corny to me. Like definitely. It depends. Like it's very hit or miss. Like,
no, it is like, hit or miss. Yeah. I feel like I'm only listening to, you know, when I would listen. I honestly don't anymore. We had a pretty hard breakup, me and country. But I feel like everything on the radio, that's like, if I want to go to like top country hits, it's those kinds of things are pretty well done. So.
Yeah, I agree. And so moving to LA, vibe out here, because I noticed you said I live in LA now. You kind of give like
Yeah, no, because I love it.
You love it.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
I'm home. This is home to me. And it does have like family roots for me. My grandfather used to train horse jockeys here for horse races, and my dad lived here until he was 12. So although I was not born then, I do feel like a sense of home here. So, and I'm able to do what I want to do, which is pursue being a pop star and pursue music in the way that I want.
And do you enjoy the songwriting part or the performing more?
See, this is such an interesting question. I feel like there's a ranking of all three things that you get to do as an artist. It's like performance, studio, and music videos. And to rank them, someone asked me one time, I was like, so difficult, by the way, because I truly love all of it. But I will say that my number one has to be performance. My number two has to be the songwriting, and then 3 music videos.
Interesting.
But music videos feels like an extension of performance because I'm like in front of a camera putting on a show, essentially.
And you're a Capricorn, so that comes naturally.
I guess.
Y'all love the limelight. Y'all love the limelight.
If the shoe fits.
It is what it is. What do you think culture of LA compared to Texas? Do you like it? Is it annoying? Do you have fake people?
I don't know. I still like have a romanticized version in my mind of LA. Like I have not experienced anything super crazy here that's made me feel anything negative about the city. In fact, I feel like it's been the opposite. I've just seen so much beauty and collaboration, and I've honestly surrounded myself with the best people. I have the best friend group that I also get to work with, which is so incredible. I don't even know how that happened. It was all an accident, all fate, or, you know, whatever you believe in. And yeah, I've just had a really fun time.
Good for you.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't understand
so just like
how girls make friends in LA. It blows my mind because it's just like most of my female friends, I'm like, oh, do you have a best friend? Oh yeah, my friend like Tori. Oh, how long have you guys known each other? Oh, 2 weeks. We met at a party. I'm like, your best friend you met 2 weeks? And like girls out here are just so competitive. They just like They like get jealous of each other, then they talk shit behind their back, then they block each other, and then they find a new best friend, and it's like a cycle. It's bizarre to me. It's like coming from Wisconsin where everybody's just like say what you mean what you say, kind of vibe.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I cannot relate to those girls who are having a hard time with friends. I feel like I just have really great friends. And not all of them are girls. Like, there's gays too. And
well, I thought you were going to say guys, and you're like, there's gays. Do you think straight guys and girls can be friends? I heard some people have a differing opinion on this.
Yeah, so that's interesting because I feel like I've always had a group of dude friends. Like, I grew up with all boy cousins. I grew up in the South, like very country, nothing around, backwoods vibes. So I feel like, yeah, I've just always been surrounded by that energy, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I like going and doing boy things sometimes, like riding around, four-wheelers, dune buggies, getting dirty. And I did a lot of that growing up and even in college and after college. So I've always kind of had like a group of guy friends, and yes, have they all hit on me at some point? Most likely. But I don't know. When it gets shut down and we move on, like, it's always a vibe.
I heard that's a red flag. I saw it on TikTok.
When a guy friend hits on you?
No, if you're a girl and you have a lot of guy friends.
Oh, well, it's never caused me any problems. I will say I feel like if I'm in a relationship, I'm a little more respectful to my relationship and how I have acquaintances and friends. But yeah, I mean, during pandemic, it was me and my 3 guy friends, and they kind of took me in a city in Austin. Like, I didn't have any friends there, or I didn't know anyone there when I moved there. And they really took me in during the pandemic, especially. And like, we would go out and drink every single weekend.
Good, homely, healthy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it was a good time. And honestly, like, having them made me feel, I don't know, like a sense of home. So yeah, we had fun and went to parties, and they introduced me to other people. And yeah, I feel like I've always had a struggle with girlfriends, all the way back to high school.
It's hard out here. Yo, it's crazy. So I was a promoter for like 4 months back in my villain era when I was like my fuckboy days.
Okay. How long ago was that?
I started off as the little beta male simp guy who's all polite, and my parents told me be polite to girls. And then I just got fucking friend zoned and cheated on and then I went total like fuckboy phase, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck this shit. I'm going to gaslight everybody, hook up with a bunch of girls. And then I kind of like moved in the middle where now I'm like a fuck man, you know what I mean? Not a fuck boy.
Okay.
And like this new breed of fuck boys is just like, they're kind of amateurs, you know what I mean? Like, they have little hair, little TikTok hair. They like fucking take shirtless selfies.
Are you intimidated by that?
No. These guys,
I feel like
they're taking 6-pack selfies at LA Fitness.
Yeah.
I'm like, go to Equinox.
But a lot
like
of them
a real
have
fuckboy.
a lot of them have like millions of followers. I was gonna say thousands, but
I
millions.
mean, don't get me wrong. If you have millions of followers, clout beats everything. But there's like a handful of those guys. Most of the rest of them are like the copycats. They have cars where the doors open sideways, like poor people. It's like
poor
people. This is my competition. These amateur fuckboys, like, come on,
Yeah.
I'm not threatened.
So you're not threatened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, I'm very shy and romantic, so not that I would care anyway. But
so you're not romantic. You're not trying to like.
I'm very romantic.
Oh.
I love sending girls love letters, dick pics, long walks on the beach, like romantic. No, like classy dick pics, like good lighting, good angles. Not like the.
Are you putting something next to it to like compare it?
I feel like I wouldn't want to ruin the art with something next.
Is it just something that you're sending without warning?
No, never. Of course not.
Okay, so it's like in a moment of.
It's like 3 dates in. I would never send unsolicited dick pic. Sometimes girls, after the first date, they want a dick pic. Like, you think I'm some kind of like.
I have never actually heard of a girl asking for a dick pic.
I've actually never had a girl ask me for one either.
Yeah.
I was just saying that to look cool. That's the Pisces in me.
Honestly, never in my life have I been like, ooh, someone just sent me a D pic.
Here's what I wonder. Okay, the guys that send the unsolicited ones. Number one, it's like from a moral perspective, it's like, really, you're going to send a dick pic, you know?
Yeah.
But even just from a practical perspective, like, how many times have you done that? And like, I've never heard of that working. Like, never in my life, a single time. So don't you think after like 3 or 4 times, like, hey, maybe I should try a different strategy? Like, being a normal fucking human being. It's like a weird thing to me.
I have literally had guys send me dick pics on Snapchat that I've never even spoken to them once. Mm-hmm. And I've just seen them watch my stories and whatever, and they just sent me a dick pic. There was one time I was at work. I used to work at a concert venue, and I got a random Snapchat, and I opened it, and it was literally some guy's dick next to a Bud Light can. Ooh. Ruined my whole
They probably
shift.
Thinking, you're from Texas, country singer. You guys like Bud Light and trucks. Like, here, this'll do it.
What?
Or maybe okay, let me ask you this. Because if you had like a really big dick and you wanted to make sure, like, comparison for size wise, that you didn't think, oh, the camera was too far away or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was bold. Let's just say that. But like, I think the same thing. What do you think is going to come out of this?
Like, has it ever, in the history of mankind, has ever, like, unsolicited dick pic, like, oh man, that's a great dick. Like, let me, like, fucking, let's go. I've never heard that happening. And I have a lot of female friends, so
yeah,
I
genuinely feel like it's never happened. So, men, boys, people with penises, please do not send dick pics. When they're unsolicited, please do not do that. It's never going to end well. You're never going to get what you want. So just don't do it, please.
I always wonder if it's actually they think it's going to work, or if they have something in their mind, like they just get off to like, oh, she saw it. You know what I mean? I think it's more of like twisted kind of like fetish thing.
That definitely makes more sense than them being so delusional that like, this is going to do exactly what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, don't do it.
What about, let me ask you this, because I think girls are full of shit on this one. I'm not sure. So I've heard girls in the past, and I don't do online dating anymore. I did it like years ago, not my thing. But they would say like, oh yeah, whenever guys have like the shirtless selfies, it's so cringe. I would never see a guy who has a shirtless selfie in the mirror. And then like all these girls, I'm like, oh, I'm dating this new guy. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, show him to me. And I go on his Instagram, it's like fucking shirtless selfie in the mirror. I'm like, y'all are all full of shit. Like, if you got a 6-pack, I feel like it trumps any kind of like cringe factor of like in the mirror selfie.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I was in my gym era where I was like in my physical gym era and also dating people in their gym era. Mm-hmm. And
wait, why is it just an era? Shouldn't that be a lifelong habit?
For sure. But when I moved to LA, I felt like my life is just so like this that it took me some time to, you know, where in Austin, I was like honestly in the gym every single day, like no skips, like fully on my meals. And out here in LA, I'm like, what do I eat? Like, where do I go? The gym here? Not it. Wait,
why not? What's wrong with the gym?
Not Gold's, not LA Fitness. Equinox is on my radar, but I have a nice apartment gym now, so I'm like, okay, convenience.
Do you do leg day only?
No.
Legs and abs?
Not. Legs, abs, back, buys, tries.
Okay. Like lifting weights and stuff?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I actually used to do fitness modeling way back in the day.
Hey, nice.
But yeah, moved away from that. Moved away from country music, pop star now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that people like hot people. Hot people show their bodies off, and that's especially if you're in a gym vibe. I feel like that's all people show off. Mm-hmm. Guilty at one point, but yeah.
I think that people like hot people. People like hot girls. I think people like hot guys to some extent. Yeah. But it's more about confidence.
Yeah, obviously it could be a hot guy and have a shit personality or be rude or whatever, and like that obviously makes you not hot. But if you're hot and you're a decent person, you're a catch. So
do you go for looks more, or do you go for personality?
Definitely both. Like, there has to be an initial attraction. I
mean, yeah, I agree.
Like, it's a vibe. There's a vibe there. And then obviously personality, you get to know someone, you really see like how you mesh. And I think conversation is a huge part of that.
Would you ever date a guy who's shorter than you?
Probably not. No. That's just like,
because I think most girls, and I don't blame you guys. It'd feel weird kissing up.
Yeah. I'm also like kind of short, like 5'4", little under 5'4".
That's pretty short, yeah.
So I think if you're shorter than 5'4",
your life is.
No.
You better be really funny and rich. You
I
better
honestly
have like 2 out of
don't
the
know
3.
a lot of guys that are under 5'4".
I don't either.
Personally,
it's very rare.
So I'm like, on top of also liking 6 feet and up, like it is just a preference. I don't know, like.
No, it's crazy. I've seen some tall, ugly dudes get bad girls. Like literally, like if you're 6'5", it doesn't matter. You get one tattoo and girls want to fuck you for no reason. You know what I mean? I got to get by my natural charm and charisma.
LOL.
How tall are you
even?
6'1".
Okay.
6'3" on Tinder.
Okay. I thought you were done with
Christian
online
Mingle.
dating.
Christian Mingle. I'm very romantic.
What happened if you're done with online dating?
I actually am done with online dating.
So where do you meet people?
So I'm pretty like connected in the Hollywood scene, so I'll go to like parties and stuff like that. It's just like, I think online dating for guys only works if you're like, you have to be fucking top of the top good looking. Like I will see girls that at a party I could like easily talk to and connect with. Boom, we were going on dates. I go on online dating, like they don't even match with me. I'm like, and I don't even think I'm ugly. I think I'm just like above average. I'm like above average, but like compared to like some of these dudes on this app with like, and they use like there's some app that you can like shape your face to look better, and like boom, they use all that stuff. They know all the Photoshop. Come on, you never use Facetune?
Maybe to smooth my skin, but nothing to alter.
I see. Have you ever got catfished?
Have I ever got catfish? I would say no. Like there is times where someone doesn't look exactly like their pictures, but I think it's just like their vibe in person is different.
I see.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I don't mind a little bit of catfishing. I understand every single girl does it. So if you don't do it, it's kind of like everybody else is doing it. But one time I met this girl where I'm like, yo, that filter was working fucking full capacity. It was like working overtime shifts to fucking like it. So I got catfished one time, and then I got lifestyle catfished one time.
Lifestyle catfish. Yeah. They lied about their whole like what they do.
It's not that they lied about it. Okay, so this was early. This was like early COVID, like 2020.
Okay.
You remember when everybody was blowing up on TikTok? Like you do one video of you like walking in a dress, and it's like 1 million views.
Oh yeah.
So this chick had like over 1 million followers on her Instagram every day. Fucking yacht, Lamborghini, fucking private jet, Tulum, like everything, right? So we started dating, and every time she'd come over, she always come to my place. She lived in the valley, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, you have to drive through traffic every day to get here. Like, I can come check out your place, like if it's easier. She's like, nah, it's okay. Like, that's weird. So one day I finally go there.
Gosh.
And I'm driving through the valley. Have you been to the valley?
Yes.
Okay. So you know the valley is kind of like, have you seen the movie Lion King?
Definitely.
All right. You know Mufasa's like up on Pride Rock?
Yeah.
And he's like, Simba. And he's like, anything the light touches is your kingdom.
Yeah.
And then he's like, the dark shadowy areas, never fucking go there. It's dangerous. There's crackhead hyenas. Like you're going to get fucking stabbed. You know what I mean? She lived in like the dark shadowy areas of the valley.
Damn.
Whereas like there's like graffiti. There's like bars over the windows. There's like feral children scurrying around in the sewers, you know, it's like sketchy ass shit.
That's so freaky.
So I go into her house and she's like, I'm like, oh yeah, give me the tour. She opens his door. I'm like, oh, this is like a nice walk-in closet. She's like, Zach, this is my room. I look down. There's just a mattress on the floor. No fitted sheet. Just like a flat sheet on the mattress. I go like this. I can touch both of the walls at the same time. And then this is the craziest part. You're not going to believe this. So we start watching Hulu on her laptop because she doesn't have a TV.
Okay.
And she has Hulu with advertisements.
Oh my God.
I was like, you were on a private jet yesterday. You have Hulu with ads? It was the craziest shit to me.
Okay. Well, did you ever find out?
Yeah.
Like how she was scheming?
Yes. Well, okay, here's the thing. So I'm pretty high up on the privilege ladder. Like I'm white straight male, so I'm like here. Okay. And I'm a Pisces, so I'm probably like here. there's only one privilege that beats mine. I'm like second highest, and I'm still mad that you guys beat me. Hot girl privilege, fucking up here. It only lasts 10 years, but like that shit blows me out of the water. 10 years? I mean, if you take really good care of yourself, you could get 15 years out of it.
Kim has been hot for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like crazy levels of plastic surgery. J-Lo looks like she's 25.
Yeah, like literally, who else? There's
Shakira,
several queens like that.
Shakira's like 45.
Shakira, Beyonce, yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of women that look good. I plan on being one of those women. Hey.
So, how old are you? You're very confusing.
Oh, really? How old do you think I am?
Like 32.
Whoa.
In personality, but you look like you're like 19 with a fake ID.
Okay, period.
Like, I don't know whether it's
like
talk about investing or like doing Molly at Disneyland. Like, it's very confusing.
Honestly, that's the hottest thing I've heard all day. Thank you so much. No, I'm 26.
Okay.
So
right in the middle.
Right in the middle, yeah. And I love that I'm bringing such a youthful energy to this.
Yeah, you're wisdom. Still in your prime. Are you considered Gen Z, or did you beat the cutoff?
Low key. The internet says so many different things about when Gen Z started, but if it says the most common thing that I see, which is 97, that means that I was one of the first Gen Z ever. So I am leading the charge. Here I am.
Do you vape?
Absolutely not.
You're probably not Gen Z then, at least in spirit.
Well, I'm gonna have a better throat and body on the inside, and that'll be
cool I agree. No.
That's enough for me.
Everybody talks about, is vaping actually bad for you? Some people, no, it's just water vapor. Some people, no, it's like worse than cigarettes.
I mean, it's nicotine. It's nicotine. We know what nicotine does.
The thing that scares me is like I drink. I could count on one hand the number of alcoholics I know in my life. Like, it's very few and far between. Every single person that I know that vapes is low-key addicted to their vape.
Oh, yeah.
Like, low-key, like, you cannot stop. Like, oh, no, I'm going to quit. 2 weeks later, they're vaping again. It's, like, crazy.
Yeah. No, I think that is a plague. But, do your thing. I'm also just like, do your thing. I smoke weed.
Yeah. I smoked a couple times. It just made me tired.
I found myself through it, honestly. I feel like I
didn't
didn't
your inner child through it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I got to know myself on deeper levels, which obviously is not everyone's experience with it, but I waited until I was 21 to even try it. Okay. And I think that made a huge difference with my experience as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you smoke weed when you songwrite? Does it help you like get into the thing?
Not typically. I honestly feel insecure smoking in a studio sometimes. But I'm down to try it when it feels like it's the right vibe. Overall, though, I just kind of like use my silly little brain to come up with something cute and funny and hot. So, yeah. Yeah,
whatever works.
The shower. Oh my God, the shower. So many ideas in the shower.
That's your secret songwriting spot?
Yeah. I feel like that's most people's, or like a lot of people's, come up with things in the shower. But
my voice is amazing in the shower.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
only in the shower and the car.
What's your like go-to?
The shower.
To sing.
Oh, I like Don't Stop Believing.
Okay. Like classic, yeah. Something you could just like belt out.
Yeah, I tried it at karaoke, but turns out the key they actually sing it is like way too high for my voice, so it doesn't work.
Okay. So you're just kind of doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Well, period. Live your life.
I do my best out here in LA. It's hard being a Wisconsin boy.
Are you an entrepreneur?
I am.
Okay. Well, what are you into?
So I play piano.
Oh, no way. Same.
Yeah. Started doing covers back in the day. I actually started because my girlfriend cheated on me. Oh. And I was so pissed at her. I started waking up every day at 6 a.m. and fucking grinding, you know what I mean?
I love it.
It was actually funny. So, like I said, like I used to be like a huge simp, like little beta male simp, like riding bird scooters with my friends. What the hell? Like little like simp guy. So started dating this girl, right?
Okay.
This is how much of a simp I was actually. You're gonna cringe at this.
I love a simp.
No, you're simp.
I
love
it.
I guarantee you're bullshit. I guarantee you're lying.
I Love it. Only simps.
Last
Only
5
simps.
guys you've dated, how many are simps? And how many are fuckboys? Don't lie to me.
Even the alpha changed simp for me. So.
But he started off as a fuckboy.
No, he definitely started out so fucking simpy.
Did you break up with him or did he break up with you?
I broke up with him. Yeah.
See, here's the thing I don't get. Okay.
But he was in the military. There's a whole like 9-month excursion there that we don't need to get into.
I see. So it was because
my
he was
point
overseas
is
and blah, 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 blah.
simps only.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what it's like being a dude.
Okay.
This metaphor is going to help explain it to you. Imagine aliens came down, right?
I love it already.
And they nuke the entire planet. There's no food left. Only 100 people survive, right? You're one of the 100 people.
Okay, great.
So you go to the alien fortress, right? And you guys and the humans every day knocking on the door, banging, please, aliens, give us some food. We're so hungry. All we want is some food. So every day the aliens, they send out 10 of their representatives.
Okay.
And each one of the aliens picks one person in the crowd. Say, today, I'm giving the food to you, right? So a week goes by. You're not getting any food. You're so fucking hungry. You're just so starving. So you say, alien, please, how do I get the food? How do you choose who to give the food to? And the alien looks at you. He goes, well, we choose whoever's the most nicest, sweetest, most kind human being, and then we give them the food. You think, oh, this should be easy. I'm nice and sweet and kind and caring. So for the next 3 days, you're the nicest person, this alien. You're asking him about his family. You're listening to him. You even go scourge the desert and find some flowers that you found in the desert. You give the aliens flowers as a gift. Here, alien, have some gift. The next day, the alien walks out with a juicy double cheeseburger, some truffle fries, and you're so fucking hungry, right? The smell is like wafting over to you. All you want is some food. You're like, please, alien, can I have just one truffle fry? And the alien looks at you and he pats you on the head and he goes, aw, you're so sweet. And then he gives all of the food to the biggest asshole in the entire human community. And you go, alien, what? And the asshole, guess what he does? He goes, nom, nom, nom. He eats it all up. And he goes like this, no crumbs for you, simp. No crumbs for you. And you go, alien, you said you were going to give it to the nicest person. You gave it to the biggest asshole. And the alien says, any of these other aliens would be so lucky to have someone like you in their life. Just not me. But do it with the other aliens. And all the aliens do the same thing. That's what it's like. Being a guy, I wish I could be a good little simp, but I would starve to death.
So first of all, thank you for that very detailed metaphor. Because
is your mind changed?
That was
did I change
first
your
of all, I want to know when you thought of that because it was so
I'm very
detailed.
smart. Yeah. Even my mom said. Yeah.
No, it's incredible. Congrats. So yeah, I honestly think that comes down to the female, you know, them being, I don't know. And it's also the vibe. Like sometimes a guy can be so nice, so great, so simpy, and still not the right one. Still not the right one that you vibe with. And so I think it's like, you might as well just be nice and simpy. And if you don't get picked, like someone's going to pick you. Some girl is going to not be so delusional. No, listen. Some girl's not going to be so delusional to fall for the asshole. And she's actually going to be a really great girl. And she's going to love how you're treating her. And it's going to lead you guys into love. So, and longevity and commitment and where we all want to be.
Maybe. Or, okay, here's what happened to me. First girlfriend I dated in high school, right? I was such a simp.
How old are you?
What do you think? I'm
feeling similar vibes, like 26, 7, 8, 9, 10.
32. 30. But I'm young for my age and tall for my height, so.
Okay, great.
So when I was
this was
like
14 years ago.
18 through 21.
Okay.
My first girlfriend ever. Huge simp. None of the other girls liked me. They friend zoned me. Mm-hmm. I thought, I'll just got to finally found the right girl. Obsessed with her. So in love with her. I'm so happy to have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Every Monday, I would wake up at 6 a.m. I would drive to the Walmart between our houses. And I would get a pack of the purple Skittles. Because purple, the wild berry flavors, that was her favorite bag.
Yeah.
And some flowers. And I would write a cute note to her. And I'll put it on her doorstep. So she opens the door. She's surprised, right? Oh my God, he got me flowers, blah, blah.
So cute.
I did this shit for 3 years.
That's a long time.
Then.
That's effort.
I get a call from my buddy. Yo, bro, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I was at a party last night. Julie goes into the room with another guy. They come out together. After like 30 minutes, everybody's saying they hooked up, right?
Julie.
And I'm like, no way. She would never cheat on me. Like, we're in true love, blah, 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 romantic, blah, blah, blah. So I go confront her about it, and she just fucking admits it. She's like, yeah, I cheated on you.
Damn.
But no tears. No, I'm so sorry. She was just like, yeah,
was she
it
trying to
happens.
stay together after that?
No. She was like, yeah.
Okay, well, here's my question. Before I'm going to say my question, I'm going to make a statement. This was 14 years ago. Or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Listen.
But there's more to the story. But keep going.
Okay, well, I still stand. It's 10 years ago. This was high school. This was such, like, non-serious vibes. Julie is... Right, Julie?
Yeah.
Not the only Julie out there, but yeah. What a different time dating in your 30s than when you're early 20s or late teens.
Oh, no, I'm glad it happened, actually.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure you taught you a valuable lesson. However, what else was going on in the relationship? Like, the Julie was like, I'm gonna cheat.
I still remember the last thing that she ever said to me in my life, right?
Okay.
The last thing I said to her, I looked her dead in the eye. I was like bawling my eyes out, right? And she's just like nonchalant. She's like, whatever. I was like, Julie, I was the perfect boyfriend. I would do anything to make you happy. That's what I told her. I was like, I just want to know why. And she looked me dead in the eye. She went like this. Like she shrugged her shoulders and she was like, I just got bored. And that moment, I was like, I will never be this fucking simp guy again that gets fucking manipulated. And then I started waking up at 6 a.m. every day, posting videos on my YouTube channel every single week for 8 years. Because I was like, fuck this bitch, right?
Yeah.
8 years I posted. And my YouTube channel finally blew up, got a bunch of followers. I got a bunch of money, moved to LA, got a mansion, got a car where the doors open up like this. And then when I found Julie on Instagram, I haven't talked to her in 8 years, right? So I followed her. She follows me back. That night, go to the biggest mansion party I can find.
Wow.
Posting videos, hot girls, cool car, fucking models all over the place, right? And then she unfollows me on Instagram. So I knew that it was affecting her, right? So then the next morning, I went to Walmart. I bought a pack of the purple Skittles, right?
No way.
I took a picture of it. And I DM'd her a picture of the purple Skittles. And I put, thank you for making me the man that I am today.
Damn.
And then underneath I put, so I can get girls who are way hotter than you, fire emoji. And that was the greatest fucking moment. That healed my inner child and it healed all my trauma at the same time. And now I never need therapy again just because that one moment.
So revenge. 8 years of revenge.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
it was worth it. It was worth
congrats on your success. There is something beautiful about someone fucking you over and you persevering through that even harder than you ever thought you could.
Mm-hmm.
So hell yeah.
Because here's the thing too, and you're probably gonna hate me for this, and that's fine. I'm gonna say it anyway because it's true. People say that with mental health issues, blah blah blah, it's because kids have like too much trauma nowadays or whatever. I actually think we gotta traumatize kids more. Like I think we need more bullying in schools.
I think there's a lot. I still think that there's quite a bit of bullying.
I don't know. Some of these.
I mean, I'm not there. You're not there. Yeah.
Here's what I think. Okay.
But someone could be so bullied at their school, like bullied like crazy. That's in person, and they can be loved online.
That's true.
By a lot of people. So yeah, I don't necessarily think we need more bullying. Maybe more parents that are together.
Oh, that's definitely true. That's 100% true.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing.
I just think like a lot of the put it like this. If you look at the stats, right, the highest level of mental health issues is all in the richest countries. It's like America, it's like parts of Europe.
Yeah.
If you live in Venezuela and you have to when you're 5 years old, like your family runs out of water and you have to walk through the sweltering heat 5 miles on your Android phone to the local well. Like when your girlfriend breaks up with you when you're 18, it's not that big of a deal. Like you're not going to therapy. You're not you know, in America, if you're 5 years old and you get like last place in the basketball tournament and you're crying, they're like, oh, little boo-boo, little Gen Z, like, let's talk about your feelings and like ride bird scooters together, blah, 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 you know? And I just think these like people are so soft, you know? Well, especially guys. Like, I get for girls, I don't know what it's like to be a girl. You guys have more hormones and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, definitely more or different hormones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think speaking on the whole, there's a kid in Venezuela that's like running to get his family water. The thing about those countries and those cultures is family is a unit. Family is not divided, and everyone needs each other. And I think there's a lot of family division in, I guess, richer countries, specifically America. But I think that in itself just makes people feel really alone, whether they're the children going through it or even the parents or someone in the family is being affected by separation and things like that. And obviously not everyone's meant to be together. But I think that that's another thing we need to focus on is healthy relationships, healthy communication, and not being fuck man or not being fuck boy or fuck girl or fuck woman. I'm just saying, like, don't you think that the world would be a better place if people were to prioritize healthier relationships and being in good relationships and having children in those environments and raising them in healthy relationship environments? Like, I think that that is a cycle that's not good for anyone.
I agree with you for the parenting. The hard part for like the dating scene thing.
I mean, you got to find a good partner, you know? Bring someone else into this world, like that's a team effort. It's a partnership for life, and it's a commitment to each other and the child. So having healthy relationship is having healthy dating. It all starts at the root.
But I think that, look, because I'm in the field, you know what I mean? Like, I think that sounds great in theory from the dating perspective, but I'm like, when you're out there in the trenches, it's like,
no, the LA dating scene is fucked. It's like, completely fucked.
Yeah. Let me tell you. This is actually kind of what solidified it for me too. So I got really mad at a girl once because she was like saying really nice things about being behind my back, and I got like really pissed at her. She was saying nice things about you behind your back. Yeah. Oh. Without my permission either.
Okay, so she was just like, Zach's great.
So okay.
And you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. So we're driving to this party.
Confused.
We're driving to this party in Malibu. It's my buddy's, one of my best friend's girlfriend. And I was giving her a ride because he's like meeting us there, blah, blah, blah. So I'm telling her all these stories about my fuckboy days, my villain era. She's cracking up. She's like, ha, 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 this is so exciting. She's like, Zach, at the party tonight, I'm going to be your wing woman. I'm going to get you so many bitches. And I'm like, dear Lord, please don't intervene in getting the bitches. I will get the bitches myself. I don't need your trying to come into getting the bitches thing, right? So we get to the party and I'm vibing with this girl on like the porch. I'm in the perfect, like, where I'm like leaning back. She's like, you know what I mean? I'm like looking cool. We're vibing. Everything's good. Then she comes up pulling this girl with her. And she's like, and first of all, this girl's like not even cute to me, right? So she interrupts my talking with the girl I'm actually interested in. And she goes, oh my God, this is Zach. This is the guy I was telling you about. He's such a great guy. He's so sweet and nice and caring. And I just watched both the girls' faces. And I watched any level of attraction they had for me just fucking shrivel up like a raisin. And literally, then the ugly girl she goes, aw, that's sweet. But in a way like, aw, cute little puppy dog. And I was like, you just made me get rejected by a girl I didn't even talk to and messed up what I had with like the cute girl at the same. It was like the worst wingman experience of my life.
Trust me, it wasn't because she said you were a good guy.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes,
you literally had one chick over here, one chick being introduced to you by another chick. Like, you're surrounded by women. They're all facing you at a time where you're like entertaining one. And then these two other come up. Like, it's just, I feel like that mix was a little more of what contributed to that experience.
No, that would help me if anything.
I don't know.
No, girls lie about this. I swear to God. Look, I used to be a promoter.
No one's lying.
I used to be a promoter.
No one's
I cannot tell you how many times I would talk to a girl. She'd be like kind of like dismissive, like on her phone, like, oh, cool, right? Like that. Boom. Then I go talk to another girl. This girl's into me. All of a sudden, girl number one, oh my God. I'm like, you were just like rejecting me like 5 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden you're magically into me. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or the way the world should work. I'm just saying it's the way the world is. Like, it's just the reality that I live in.
The reality you live in because of your profession and where you are in the world.
Maybe.
Dead ass.
No, I'm not a promoter anymore, though.
Yeah. But let's go back to those days,
Yeah.
right? You know, your interaction with women was very much like the same. It was very fraudulent, potentially, you know, where they're just like, oh, yeah, now you're cool, or now I want to talk to you or entertain you or whatever. They all want something from you as a promoter. They want to be in the club or whatever you're promoting or involved in, like, cool shit. That is their goal in that moment. So yeah, you could be a great guy, you could be hot and whatever, but like their motive is that. So that's not an environment.
I disagree with
that's
you.
not an environment to like choose who you're gonna be with or whatever.
I think that's false though, because when I was promoting, that's when I got laid the most out of my entire fucking
laid.
Career. You know what
laid.
I mean?
You didn't get married. You got laid.
Yeah, I didn't get married. You're right.
Yeah. Did you even have any long-term relationships?
Somewhat, but I didn't really. It's not that people think I have commitment issues. That's not true. Well. I have commitment concerns.
What are your concerns?
No, it's a difference. There's a difference. Okay, put it like this. Let's say you buy a new Lamborghini, right? Bright pink Lamborghini. You're fucking pumped about it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So your friend invites you to their birthday party in downtown LA. You're like, why are we going to downtown LA? I'm gonna get robbed. I'm gonna get stabbed. But it's your friend's birthday. Whatever you go.
Yeah.
So you go right in front of the dive bar. There's like a perfect open parking spot right in front of the bar. You're like, perfect. You park it. And after you park it, you see outside your window, there's homeless people fighting the air. There's like drunk people throwing bottles at each other. So you think, okay, I'm not going to park it here. I'm going to go park in the parking garage 2 blocks away where it's safe underneath with the security guard and everything. I don't think you have parking issues. You have parking concerns.
Yeah.
Okay. So with girls, what concerns me is, okay, when guys cheat, don't get me wrong, guys will lie about it. No, she's just a friend. I didn't cheat on you. They'll try to hide it. But it's like in the back of our mind, we know what we're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
What scares me about girls is just like working in the modeling industry for a while and like having a lot of female friends. I've had so many girls tell me they cheated on a guy, and they will convince their own mind that it wasn't cheating. They'll be like, oh, I wasn't in love with him anymore. Oh, I was drunk that night. It doesn't count. Oh, it was a full moon. It doesn't count as cheating. It was a full moon. Like, it's crazy to me. I'm like, What do you mean? You literally hooked up with a guy while you're in a relationship. The fuck are you talking? And that's what scares me. I'm like, if they can't even know themselves that it's wrong, like they're going to even convincing me that it's wrong. It's like that's what scares me about relationships.
Yeah. I mean, I do not know these women. Yeah. I don't know any women like this personally, so I cannot speak to women like that. But I still stand by what I said. I do not think that you're in the right environment for someone who is not doing those things, someone who is not trying to like with a promoter, someone who is like just in their own and confident and strong and not concerned with playing a game with LA and the people in it. So yeah, I don't know how you're going to find that, because obviously that's the vibe around here. But I think if you could get to that place, you'll find what you're looking for. If that's what you want. Do you even want to get married and have kids?
I had a bad experience with kids in a grass hill.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I want kids anymore after that.
Yeah. Well.
But maybe.
Maybe dogs? Cats? I don't know.
Definitely not cats.
Definitely not cats.
I don't trust cats, and I don't trust girls who trust cats. But I have a good reason for it.
I did hear something very, very funny from my friend Nathan, but he was like, yeah, cats kind of like prostitute themselves to humans because they know they're going to get fed and taken care of.
I believe it.
And like slay. But I am a dog person at heart. I just love them. They love me. and most people. So yeah.
The reason I don't trust cats is cats are like sociopath versions of dogs. They don't really love you. They're there for the food. Yeah. But every cat owner I know, they'll have like scratches on their arms, like, oh my God, what happened? Oh, my cat, but trust, he loves me. I'm like, are you sure? But this is why I don't trust cats who like girls, because they'll end up in a relationship and they're with some like sociopath narcissist. They're like, oh, he loves me. And all their friends are like, the fuck are you talking about? He's a sociopath narcissist. He doesn't love you. They're like, no, trust me. Just like my cat, he loves me. And they end up in the same relationships. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never owned a cat. I also see that they are just, they have claws. They can't help it. Poor things. But yeah, they scare me sometimes.
Yeah.
But all my friends have cats, and I love my friends' cats. They're all sweet and gorgeous. So
I love dogs.
Yeah,
I would
dogs
never get
cool.
one, but I want like my roommate to get one or something.
Oh yeah. Well, what if you were in a relationship and you had a lady? Would y'all want to get anything?
The hard part about that, let's say we get a dog. Then we break up. What, do I give the dog to her? Now I miss the dog. If I take the dog for myself, now I gotta, like, I can't travel.
No, I mean, obviously you have to be dating, like, with a projection that marriage is in the future. And then you're going to have, Sounds like you haven't gotten there yet, so.
Yeah, probably not.
But are you having fun? I mean, are you just miserable?
Sure.
Okay.
No, my life is very.
That's the thing. Like, the LA dating scene is horrific and scary, but it can be fun.
Here's what I think. Okay. LA dating life is like, when you play a video game and you first start the game, and you can choose like easy mode, medium mode, hard mode, or sometimes like challenge mode. LA is like challenge mode. It's like the hardest mode. But then if you beat the game, it's like you won like the best game. You know what I mean? Like you get, it's kind of like that.
Keep hitting this. What is winning the game to you though?
I mean, it's hard to say because I do think I will get married someday.
Okay.
But I don't want to settle either. I want I'm very ambitious. So I want like a girl who is extremely beautiful, also amazing personality, also great character, everything. You're like
into things that you're into.
Yeah.
How long have you played piano?
Since I was like in kindergarten.
Nice.
Yeah.
I started when I was 12, and I had to teach myself because I lived in a really small town. There was no like music education at all, like even in my high school. So I had to like teach myself on YouTube.
Hey, nice.
And my parents live so far out of like anything that they didn't even get Wi-Fi until like 2020.
Yeah.
So I was dealing with some pretty slow internet. It would take like a day to load a whole YouTube video, and then I would like slowly piece it together. But yeah, I love piano. I'm actually doing a piano version of my new single coming up, and that will probably come out in December. New single out in November. So I'm really excited about those projects.
Or can you not drop it yet, the name?
I'll drop the name on here first.
Okay,
how about that?
Let's do it.
It's called Cry With Me, and yeah, it should come out November 17th, but like there's so many things on the back end that kind of push things off. But yeah, it's a little bit different than my other stuff. So I'm curious to see the reception, but I feel like it's like my soft, sensitive side, since we're talking about like relationships and things. I feel like that song was something that I wrote while I was in the LA dating scene, very much like everyone is wearing a mask. Everyone is, fraudulent a little bit. And it's really hard to get deep with people here.
Yeah, for sure. So
yeah, it's relevant.
Cool. Yeah, we're about out of time. Any shout outs you want to give to Instagram or TikTok or anything like that?
Follow me on Instagram, Ceranda_XO. Follow me on all platforms. That's the handle for everything. Ceranda, Ceranda. It's very difficult for people, and I get it. I don't know. My name is actually my parents' names put together. So Caesar and Amanda, Ceranda.
I see.
So hopefully that helps. But yeah, stream my music. Come and get it. Sugar Rush, Hands Tied, and soon to come, Cry With Me.
Awesome. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you on round 2 sometime.
Sounds good. Thanks, Zach.
Take care, everybody.